Hey, good day, good morning, good afternoon, whoever you are. My name is David. My picture's on the screen on this first slide, and this is a slide. This is all about you, by the way. I want to let you know that up first. I'm a graduate of the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff. I graduated in 1967 with a degree in accounting and business administration. My cashback bank is what I'm introducing to you now, and also this presentation on this video. And you can stop this video if you are a graduate or an alumni from any school, but specifically if you are from an HBCU. This is about HBCU, and you can see how many times I'm using it, and I'm also, I studied a word, and I know that 1 plus 1 plus 1 equal 1, and I'm using the example to show you that HBCU is 1 plus 1 plus 1 equal 1. That is to say that if you help someone to the top of the mountain, that's the process to help that person or someone else up. God says more blessed to give. And when you give this information to someone to help that individual up to eliminate what we're going to be talking about in this video, you then will discover that you are already helped yourself. Because when you pull someone else up, you'll then suddenly realize that you are already up, pulling that person up to where you are. 1 plus 1 plus 1 equals 1. We're going to explain that. And right up under that, you see it. I'm going to talk about that now. God said to himself, the man has become as one of us. Now, I want to apologize to you right now as I go through this presentation. I may be stopping, drinking water, and clearing my throat and things like that because I have a tendency when I talk a long time to have to do that. Now, 1 plus 1 plus 1 equals 1, and this is about HBCU. And you're going to see what we're talking about. Watch this. Novatech is what I'm also introducing you to this process to show you how Novatech will help you, a graduate from an HBCU or a person who going to attend an HBCU and we have need of making a loan. This is about those persons who have graduated from an HBCU and are now alumni with student loan debt and having not the means to get rid of that student loan debt. And we're going to show you why that student loan debt has a tendency to lag years and years at not just those persons come out of an HBCU, but all loans, but they are more primarily the one that we're interested in this presentation is to show you how to use Novatech and the PAM account that Novatech uses to eliminate student loan debt as participating as an alumni scholarship fund. Participate in this HBCU alumni scholarship fund system in order to eliminate the student loan debt. And Novatech is the primary purpose and reason that that can be done using the PAM account that Novatech uses. And everyone should have a PAM account regardless if it is with Novatech or whosoever. Everyone should have a PAM account, and we're going to explain that in just a minute as we go through this process. Now, here are the founders of Novatech. This is the Reverend Cynthia Patton and her husband Eddie Patton, and you can also meet the third founder in just a minute. But I just want to introduce these two to you here to show you that these two, have over 40 years of combined experience in using the PAM account to do what we're talking about. Okay, now watch out tonight. We're seeing blockchain technology, we're seeing cryptocurrencies, we're seeing crypto forex trading, we see professional networking, leadership and team building, software and product management, computer and network engineering, finance and education. Finance and education. Real profit, real results, real company. As we go on, here's what they use. They use the PAM account, percentage allocation management module. That's what they use in order to have the success that they have. Now look, here is the PAM account. The PAM account is showing you how to become a customer, how to become an affiliate, and how to trade on your own. Novatech is a trading, modified trading company. And you can see in this information here, that's giving you the percentage allocation management margin and all the information about the percentage allocation management margin and how you can use the PAM account to pay off a student loan debt. And that's what this introduction is all about. We're not going to go through all this and let you and read all this to you, because you can stop this video and study for yourself. But all we're talking about is you're using the PAM account. Now, there's some significance of this. Watch up in there is showing you that the Higher Education Act of 1998, that's why most persons have student loan debts. Stop this information, do the research, go to the Education Act of 1998 and look at what we're talking about. Eliminate the disability, eliminate the dischargeability, eliminates the chargeability of bankruptcy for student loans made in the date after the enactment of this act. What it's saying is, in essence, without going through any other things, is to show you that you can't put the student loan debt under the bankruptcy laws. That's what they're saying, and it's a compounding process using them. That's why student loans go so long. I'm going to spend a lot of time on it. Here's the third founder I want you to see. The third founder is Mr. Ricardo Roy. Mr. Ricardo Roy uses the bot system in this trading process with Novatech. These are the three founders of Novatech, nevertheless, and two of them, the husband and wife, the CEO and the COO, are the primary heads of the company, but the other third head is Mr. Ricardo Roy, is the CTO. He managed the bots, and they trade all over the world. They had two headquarters, one in America, one outside of America, and they have two processes of operating the bot system in both countries. And they trade every day. They pay on an average of 3% per day. Now, we earn between 2 and 4% daily. And what I mean between 2 and 4, some days we have 2.5, some days we have 4.5, some days we have 1.5, 2.5, 3. So I'm saying, well, it's going between those two, so we're using an average of 3. And we're going to show that in just a minute. In detail, we're going to show it in just a minute. This is just not to spend a whole lot of time on the process, but I did want you to meet the founders of Novatech, because that's what we're going to talk about in this presentation. Here we are right now, trying to show you what and how Novatech operate. This has nothing to do with Novatech, other than the fact that when you see the average weekly, that's the only thing that we are tying to Novatech, and we are doing that, not Novatech. Novatech has nothing to do with, other than the fact that they pay you an average of 3% daily. Now, this is we're starting out with 25,000, because what we're talking about is having the alumni associations from the HBCUs, not the HBCU itself. We're talking about the persons who attend the HBCU, those persons who have graduated from the HBCU, and those persons who have graduated may be in a position to help those persons who are going to attend better themselves in the process, because we're talking about the Alumni Association using a participating scholarship funding system. Participating means that each Alumni Association from each HBCU work together to create the funding system for that HBCU as an alumni. And the projection breakdown you can see by using the calculator site. Now, the calculator site is nothing but a bunch of calculators. We are recommending that you use the 4x compounding calculator under the calculator site to do your own projection of how you're going to use the PAM account through Novatech to do the gain that we'll be showing you in this presentation. We're going to start out with 25,000. We're going to end up at 1.5 million. But now, for you to enroll into Novatech, it's 100% free. It's free. Go to Money is My Plan B and enroll. Put all your information in, your personal profiles, everything you want to put in about yourself and all your alumni association. Then you're on your way. Okay. The HBCU logo that you see below that, you'll see Money is My Plan B, and that's where you get enrolled. Now, let's get started in this presentation about participating in the scholarship funding system as an alumni of any HBCU in America, okay, or outside of America. Doesn't really matter. We're going to start out with 25,000 one-time deposit. Deposit the 25,000 one time in the HBCU alumni account at Novatech. and that HBCU alumni account going to be earning an average of 3% weekly on 25,000 for just 5 years. And we're using projection of 5 years, and but you determine the number of months or years that you want to use. You see that in the red with the red arrow. And also you can determine the amount of time you want to compound it. We're using this example as 5 years. So if you were to compound 25,000 for 5 years and put $500 per month into your account as an alumni association, you would end up in 5 years with $44,132,312. That's enough to start perhaps funding scholarships for the prospective students that's going to attend your HBCU. That's what we're talking about, or any other HBCU that you're connected with as an alumni affiliate of that HBCU or that alumni association. You see what I'm talking about? So I'm going to move on now. Remember, only thing that's going to change now with regards to this projection breakdown is going to be the amount. We're starting out at 25,000. We're going to 50,000. We're going to 75,000. We're going to 100,000. We're going to 150,000, and then we're going to go to 1.5 million. Just to show you what it would be. But you can do the same thing that we're doing, because thecalculatorsite.com is where you go to do your own projection. You project your own whatever you want to use. The calculator is going to determine or give you the figure that you want to use. Now what you're seeing here, I'm going to explain this one time. You'll see the years. You'll see the deposit and withdrawal calculator. You'll see the earnings that you're going to get on a weekly basis. You'll see also the yearly basis, that is. You'll see the total deposit and the withdrawals that you can have. You can see the accrued earnings and the balance that you have. And you see the $44,132,312. You can see that that is what you will have compounded in 5 years. See, you're doing the compounding, and you're using the PAM account to do the compounding. You're compounding your deposit through the PAM account on an average of 3%. And the company, for the last 3.5 years, from June of 2019 until the date, the 27th day of December of 2022, has paid an average of 3% weekly. Since June the 19th in 2019, June of 2019, Novatech has paid through the use of the PAM account an average of 3% on the deposit that all of the 500,000+ members have deposited into their account. And there are some serious depositors in this process. That's why I'm using to show you that you don't have to worry about the student loan debt anymore if you were to consider what we're making in this offer here, to show you how the alumni associations from the HBCUs all over America can now pay off student loan debt without having to worry about not having the proceeds that you got to take out of your family lifestyle in order to pay off a loan, and you've graduated maybe 4 or 5 years ago. Now look, here is tracking graduation rates at HBCUs. These data you can see is in quotes, because I'm taking this data directly from the Journal of Blacks in Higher Education. Is coming from them, but you can stop this video and study these data to see how these data are in agreement with what we're making in this presentation. Okay, here the process of black graduation rates at selected HBCUs are all these HBCUs that you see listed. These are just data, and these are not all the HBCUs. This is just some of those what this organization has put together and showing you and out. Okay, now back again, we're now to 50,000. We started at the 25,000. 25,000 gave you 44 million. Look now what 50,000 would do. That's double the deposit. Instead of 25, we're using 50, but the 50,000 compounded, same as the 25,000 generating 4 million, is going to generate $82,383,649. And the process on the right is the same thing. Nothing has changed. You're going to use the calculator site as I've done to show you what your projection would be as an alumni, and however many members there are in your alumni, and however much money your treasury have that you can put in a position so that it's going to generate money so you can give students scholarships that's going to attend your HBCU. You're not losing anything. All you're doing is taking money out of your bank A, whoever your alumni association is banking now. You're going to take out what you want to take out and put it over into your bank B, and in your bank B, you're going to do the same thing that you're doing now. But the difference is your earnings on a weekly basis are going to be more. And then what you're going to do when you get your earnings on the first initial week, you said you're showing $56,000 because you started out with 50,000 and you're putting in $500 a month. That's 6,000 a year. That's 6,000 plus the 50. That's the 56,000. You see, that money is still in your bank. It just has now been compounded because when it earns money the first week you put it in there, you're going to take that money and put it back in, right back into the same bank account, your own bank, and it's going to be retreated the next week. So you see how the compounding process is just like rolling a snowball. The more you roll the snowball, the bigger the snowball gets. The more you roll this cryptocurrency, the bigger the money ball gets. So all you're doing is rolling crypto. And crypto, the word, by the way, the word crypto means to hide secretly, not publicly. So you're rolling the cryptocurrency, and as the cryptocurrency rolls, just like the snowball, it's picking up more cryptocurrency, and it gets to a point of $50,000 over a period of 5 years at average of 3% every week. Is going to give you $82,383,649 available for your alumni now to put scholarship monies in the hand of prospective students attending your HBCU. Look what 75,000, $120,634,985. This is just an additional 25,000 above the 50. You see, so all we're doing, taking one time, your alumni association is taking one time out of your alumni association's current banking system and taking that money from your current banking system and deposit it into your crypto banking system. And your crypto banking system is going to generate $120,634,985 in 5 years. And you still are contributing to those new students scholarship fund because you don't pay it all at one time. You pay it as you go. You pay the scholarship funds as they're due, not at all at one time. You don't take, well, you understand what I'm talking about. Look what 100,000 would generate. $158,886,322 using the same concept. So we're not, all we're doing is just changing from 25 to 50, now to 75, and now to 100,000. And then the final thing we're going to show is going to be 1.5 million. And the 1.5 million is really going to show you the process. But what you should do now is stop this video and do the calculating yourself. Go to the calculator site, and as an alumni member or as a member of the HBCU, or any person seeing this video can do the same thing. It don't have to be an HBCU. This is just designed to show the HBCUs because I'm from an HBCU, and I'm just trying to show persons who have student loan debt how to pay off the student loan debt and help those persons who are going to go to the college. It doesn't have to be an HBCU. You can be in the school. Any person qualifies for this PAM account. Every person should have a PAM account, and if they did, there would not perhaps be any student loan debt have a concern, because the student loan debt is a congressional act. It's in 1998 is when this whole process really got started, where you could not get rid of student loan debt, but you can't put it under bankruptcy. That's what it did, non-dischargeable bankruptcy. Everything else you can put under bankruptcy with the exception of student loan debt. Moving on, and you may be destitute from the time you don't know. Anyway, look at the 1.5 I mean, 150 million. I mean, 150,000. I'm sorry, 150,000. $235,388,996. That's what $150,000 out of your alumni association bank account. You take 150,000 out of your alumni association bank account and put it into your cryptocurrency bank account. You still got two bank accounts. You got one with that you had before you took the 150,000 out, and you took that out of that bank account and put it into your crypto bank account. Now your crypto bank account is going to generate in 5 years at average of 3%, $235,388,996. That's compounding. Just using the process of the snowball, it's a compounding effect or accumulation. I use accumulation because accumulation and compound the same principle. You compound or you accumulate. When you're going to accumulate what you're going to do on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, you're going to accumulate an average of 3% on whatever you have in your deposit account. And when you get paid this week on what your weekly earnings are, you're going to put it right back in and compound it again. That's what you see on the right side under all of these calculations, is to show you what your yearly is, what your deposit and the withdrawal amount is, what your earnings are, the total deposit and withdrawal, the accrued earnings that you have accrued, and the balance of what you would have by just letting your money stay in a position in your bank account. Your current bank account, though, you probably don't go to withdraw it every day. In your new crypto bank account, you won't take it out and draw it every day, even though it's going to work fast. It's just going to grow much faster. Now look, Novatech is a means for you to really work. Now, I put this information here 2 times. I'm an associate and an affiliate of Novatech. I put it here just to show you how you can enroll into Novatech. Go to Money is My Plan B and enroll. And when you enroll into Novatech, the student loan application process is what you see here. These data are taken from the student loan debt relief process, which has been blocked. But one decision don't necessarily stop the show. One judge stopped the President of the United States from forgiving up much as $20,000 off the student loan debt. Well, we're not going to get involved into that decision that was made not to block it, or whatever decision going to be made to unblock it. What we're going to concentrate on, I hope, is to show you that the word crypto means to hide secretly and not publicly. So we're going to take our public money out of our existing bank account and put it into our crypto bank account, and we're going to earn an average of 3% weekly on our money. And as a process, we're going to pay off the debt. Title 10, amended to the to other laws, Part G, amendment of other statutes, is what we're talking about. Eliminates the dischargeability in bankruptcy of student loans made after the date of the enactment of this act for the cost of attendance for the baccalaureate and advanced degrees. Now, what we're talking about in all of this is that you cannot put your student loan debt under bankruptcy. You're going to have to pay it off, regardless of the fact that you're not earning what you want to earn to pay off the debt, because as long as the debt is there, it compounds. The amount it compounds, just like your cryptocurrency. It compounds, but it compounds much, much faster than the debt. Your cryptocurrency compounds if you're going through this process of trading it every day that Novatech is doing. You're going to pay it off much, much faster completely as an alumni for the HBCU or whatever. So you go to crypto my student loan debt, crypto my student loan debt. That's this video, and you share crypto my student loan debt with those persons that may want to use crypto my student loan debt to eliminate that student loan debt. It's more blessed to give it than it is to receive it. So give cryptomystudentloandebt.com to everybody you know, whether they have student loan debt or not. But if they start the same process, they still will have generational wealth. The person that starts this to eliminate the student loan debt also going to end up with generational wealth. And those persons who doesn't have any kind of student loan debt are also going to end up with generational wealth, because as they compound their whatever amount they want to start compounding with under the PAM account. Using the PAM account, they're going to have the same thing that the alumni associations have. So everyone should use the PAM account to eliminate debt and to also generate generational wealth. Enroll 100% free. Money is my plan B. That's what we're talking about. We're wrong. HBCUs are what we're talking about in this process here. Just in case those persons that maybe someone don't know that what HBCU stand for is historical black colleges and universities, and there's quite a few of them. Historical black colleges and universities are what all is talking about. And here, table 1 and table 2 list many of those HBCUs and started way back in times of 1837. That's on the list. You see 1837 on the list. You'll see 1872, 1873. You see 1800s. You see all these HBCUs started back over 100, 200 years now. You see, but they still don't have the wherewithal for the students to go to the school and get a scholarship. They got to borrow money, and the money that they borrow can't be paid off in the manner that they thought it would be paid off because of the process of not being able to pay it off. And if you have any financial destitution in your family of life, then you are really stuck because you can't pay the debt off. You can't put it under bankruptcy like many other debts are put under bankruptcy, under the bankruptcy laws. I'm not going to get involved with that. Here, the White House initiative on advancing educational equity, excellent and economic opportunities through HBCUs. This is from the White House. This is currently. This is recently. It's back in September of 2022. We're in November now, but the HBCU opportunity for persons to have their scholarship funds, some of it forgiven, are blocked, and it's probably an appeal. But it doesn't mean that it's going to be reversed in the appeal. It may go up to the Supreme Court. Doesn't mean that it's going to be upheld or reversed in the Supreme Court. So what we're talking about is have no concern about it. Just go now and use your own ability to pay off the debt. And here's an opportunity to do it through the pay account. This is how we pay it off. This is part of the White House initiative that you see here. All these data came from the White House. I just put it here there to show you that the review of the HBCU scholarship guide below. Go to that. It says visit for yourself. Go to that URL and you can get information on what the United States president is trying to do with regards to forgiving part of the debt. But I'm also recommending to use the PAM account. Now, past performance is not indicative of future earnings. The use of Novatech Ltd. Information, products, and services should be based on your own due diligence, and you agree that Novatech is not liable for any success or failure of your business that is directly or indirectly related to the purchase and use of our information, products, or services reviewed or advertised. All information contained herein should be independently verified and confirmed. We do not accept any liability for any loss or damages whatsoever caused in reliance on such information or services, and please be aware of the risk involved with any trading done in any financial market. Do not trade with any money that you cannot afford to lose. Trading cryptocurrencies, also called digital and virtual currencies, crypto assets, altcoins, and so on, as well as Forex, involves substantial risk of loss and is not suitable for everyone. That includes you. It may not be suitable for you, but make sure you do your own due diligence to find out how it is suitable for you. And I believe that it is, but I want you to do your own due diligence and you make that determination yourself. And be aware that Novatech associates and affiliates must be 18 years of age to start this process within the United States or outside of the United States. You have to be 18 years of age to become a trader, to become an affiliate for trading to be done for you in any manner, you have to be 18 years of age. Did not violate this disclaimer, because if you do, you stand to lose more than you can imagine if you violate the procedure. Please do not. Move on. Here, you want to become an independent affiliate and do your own trading, you can do that. And this is just a pictorial picture to show you how it's used, because you can see when you see the CTO of Novatech and what he does, you can see this person here are doing the similar thing that the CTO of Novatech is doing to do the trading that Novatech uses on a daily basis and every week, earning an average of 3%, paying 3% to all their members and affiliates and also associates of Novatech. Okay, look, here is a found. Well, now this is the 50,000, 150,000 again. We're showing 150,000, 334,000, 373. I'm sorry, 334 million. $373,140. This is 150,000. We went from 25, 75, 100, now 150,000, and we're going to go to the 1.5 million. But this here is the 150,000 one-time deposit by the HBCU Alumni Associations. You deposit your 150,000 out of your current fiat bank and put it into your new cryptocurrency bank, and your new cryptocurrency bank is going to pay you an average of 3% every week for 5 years, and in 5 years, and adding $500 per month during the process of that 5 years, you're going to end up with $334,373,140. Excuse me. We're moving on. Now, here again, this is really truly an HBCU alliance. Alumni alliance in Augusta, Georgia. There's only 3 Augustas in the United States: Augusta, Arkansas, Augusta, Maine, and Augusta, Georgia. And this is the one that's in Augusta, Georgia. And this is this um, alumni association. This is how your alumni association can be used. And just like this alumni, hopefully this alumni association will do the same thing to start putting money into their own cryptocurrency scholarship fund for prospective students that's going to be attending the HBCU, for which this Augusta, Georgia Alumni Association represent. That's what we're talking about. Now, we're almost at the end of this process. What is Forex currency trading? So glad you asked. Make sure you study this information here to know what Forex, the word Forex is short for foreign exchange. So foreign exchange is how this company Novatech uses the foreign exchange market. In other words, they trade all over the globe. They trade 7 days a week, under two different processes. And on those processes, paying an average of 3% a week. So your 150,000 that's going to earn you the 334 million is traded every day, and it's accumulated, compounded. Those are the 2 terms that we're using for you to get an understanding of the role in the snowball, or the snowball effect that Novatech uses in their trading. And you can become your own trader, or you can let Novatech do the trading for you. In a way, you cannot miss earning. Excuse me. Now, again, we're showing you the information that was used to block the student loan process. This is the information from the Federal Student Aid, and this is from the United States Department of Education, and they're showing you that it's blocked. This information was taken directly from that process to show you that the student loan debt relief process that was offered by the President of the United States is now being blocked by a federal judge, and the United States President of the Department of Education is now going to court to try to appeal the decision to block it. If the appeals court upholds the lower court's decision to block it, and it goes to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court upholds the appellate court's decision to block it, then the student loan process will be as is now. And the only way to get rid of that is you do it yourself. That's why you want to go to the crypto mine student loan debt, and sure you share that. I'm concluding for real. This is 1.5 million. The 1.5 million is to show you that you would have over 7 years. We move it up to 7 years, and we instead of using extra deposit of $500, we use $100,000. We're saying that the alumni associations or associations that create a co-op or partnership or how it is, whatever term we want to use, to show you how more than one alumni association for all the HBCUs and all the other alumni associations. Don't have to be just HBCU. All alumni associations may want to get together and input one time into their own crypto bank account or crypto PAM account 1.5 million and add 100,000 every month. Should they do that, put in 1.5 million and earn an average of 3% every week for 7 years, adding an additional 700,000 or 1.2 million, excuse me, 100,000 per month. That person or those HBCUs or those alumni associations would end up with 65 billion, 232 million, $315,564. Not having any concern about borrowing money to finish or to get a higher education. Your education now becomes free, because if you desire and you can show that you require the scholarship, you can now pay or have the scholarship paid, funds paid by the alumni associations for whatever school you want to represent, whether it's an HBCU or regardless of where. You can now have that opportunity, because we are making this presentation here to show you what the HBCU alumni would have. We are recommending that you open up your mind to understand that the United States Department of Education is the one that's recommending that the president forgive student loan debts up to the $20,000. But if you got a $200,000 or $300,000 student loan debt, the $20,000 would help, but it wouldn't eliminate the debt. Here is a possibility for you to completely eliminate the debt simply by taking money from one pocket and put it in another pocket. We're saying take them fiat currencies out of your current bank and put into your cryptocurrency bank, and your cryptocurrency bank pay you an average of 3% weekly on whatever amount you have deposited. And as long as you let it stay deposited, it's going to compound over a period of 7 years up to 65 billion, 232 million, $315,564. That's all we're really talking about. Now I'm gonna move on. Here again, we're concluding this to show you this is for the HBCU alumni, to show you how many HBCUs there are, colleges in the United States, and this data was taken by the United States Department of Education on October the 12th of 2022. All of these data are just here just to show you the power of compounding. And what is a modified trader broker? Well, Novatech is a modified trader broker, and there are many, many modified trader brokers. Novatech is one of those modified trader brokers. I'm associated with Novatech, and I trade, Novatech trade for me under the PAM account. The PAM account can be used by anybody. The PAM account, percentage allocation management module, is not for just one person. Anybody can use it, and what we're recommending you to know is that Novatech uses the PAM account as the modified trader broker globally, headquartered in 2 places. Okay, that's what you should understand. 2 headquarters, but there are 3 founders, and each one of those founders are managing Novatech. And Novatech pay an average on a weekly basis of 3% of whatever you deposit into your account. You determine how much you want to deposit. You determine how much you want to withdraw from your account and how often you want to withdraw it. If you have $65 billion in your account, you may be able to withdraw on a monthly basis to pay the scholarship for the students that are attending the college or university for which your alumni associations represent. Okay, you may know that yourself. HBCU crypto, the first currency designed for black colleges and universities. You read this for yourself. These data are just taken and to show you how, as an HBCU crypto first coin designed for black colleges and universities, this is part of the process. And what we're recommending to using Novatech's PAM account is to use it to put into your own crypto account. That's why we're telling the URL, using the URL, crypto my student loan debt, cryptomystudentloandebt.com. And that's for you to share with other people so that other people can use the same information that you're getting. All we're doing is telling you that these data that we're explaining in these slides and this presentation is going to be put into cryptomystudentloandebt.com. And you give that information away. And the more you give it away, the better off it's going to be for you and everyone. And this is just a second way to show that same information, just a way to show you that the HBCU is working in two terms. And I will put this here primarily to show you the knowledge and the wisdom. And knowledge and wisdom are two of the seven spirits of God that these HBCUs are using. God has seven spirits in the book of Revelation, chapter 5, verse 26. It said that he sent forth into the earth all seven spirits. All of his seven spirits were sent forth into all of the earth. And you see in the book of Isaiah, chapter 11, verse 2, that Isaiah has shown you what those seven spirits that God sent forth into all the earth are. And they are knowledge, wisdom, understanding, might, counsel, the fear of the Lord, and the Lord's glory resting upon you. All these are the seven spirits. I'm not going to get into that, but I just wanted to show you that the HBCUs are using two of the seven spirits of God to explain why and how you're going to benefit from this process. Now, again, I'm at the end of this presentation. Again, my name is David, and I've showed you on this thumbnail how you, and what this is all about, is for you to help as many people as possible that you can help to the top of the mountain, one at a time. 1 + 1 + 1 = 1. You see three people on the top of the mountain helping one up. But the three people are representing Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. We're reaching down, getting you, and especially you, bringing you up to the top of the mountain where he is so that you can have whatever it is you want and not have to worry about paying off a debt that's going to continue to compound on you until the laws change. And the law's been now in existence since 1998. We're in the year 2022, December the 27th. Almost ready in a couple of days to walk over in 2023, and we still have persons that graduated from college with student loan debt at least 10 years ago, and they still got the debt. But now here's an opportunity for that individual to pay their debt off, to have the debt paid through the Alumni Association for whatever school that you're attending. It is utterly just that simple. I've been with you now longer than I anticipated. I appreciate you letting me spend so much of your valuable time, but I hope and pray that the time that we've been together is going to benefit us all. Okay? Thank you, and God bless you. I love you, and be blessed. Have a good day. Bye-bye.